For problem 9, it states that sine of x about x equals 0 is x minus x to the power of 3 over 3 factorial plus x to the fifth over 5 factorial. This is a Taylor series for sine of x, and we're given that f prime of x equals sine of x squared, and we're being asked to find the coefficient of f of x when it's x to the power of 7 about x equals 0. Since we're given that sine of x, the Taylor series for sine of x, we can simply plug in x squared into the Taylor series for sine of x to find f prime of x. As you can see, once we do this, we can multiply the powers. So then we would have x squared over x to the 6 over 3 factorial plus x to the 10 over 5 factorial. This represents f prime of x, but we're being asked to find f of x, so to get rid of the prime, we would integrate sine of x squared. This would be x cubed over 3 minus x to the 7 over 7 times 3 factorial plus x to the power of 11 over 11 times 5 factorial. When we look back at our question, we are being asked to identify the coefficient of x to the power of 7. And as we can see, the coefficient of x to the power of 7 is negative 1 times 7 times 3 factorial, which is negative 1 over 42.
Okay, so for our new problem, we are going to find we are given that cos of x at x equals 0. This is the Taylor series, by the way, is 1 minus x squared over 2 factorial plus x to the 4th over 4 factorial. And we were given that f prime of x is equal to cos of x squared minus 1. And we want to find the coefficient of f of x when at x to the 9th power. And in order to do this, we need to plug in x squared minus 1 into our x values. But the nice thing is that the negative 1 in the cos negative 1 can easily cancel out with the positive 1 at the very beginning of cos. And so here we can see that we're just plugging in x squared into our values of x for the original Taylor series, and then 1's cancel out. So now we are left with negative x to the 4th over 2 factorial plus x to the 8th over 4 factorial. And because this is f prime of x, we want to integrate this in order to find f of x. So we're going to integrate this, and we're going to get negative x to the 5th over 5 times 2 factorial, and then plus x to the 9th over 9 times 4 factorial. And now we want to find this coefficient, so x to the 9 is positive 1 over 9 times 4 factorial, which is 9 times 24. And this can easily simplify to 216. So 1 over 216 is our coefficient for this value.